Welcome back to D2 Wrenchworks and DIY, and as you look around, you can tell we have a very small but packed house here. This is going to be a channel update, pretty much a long time coming. I figure I'll bring you in on all my new additions here I've been working on the past few months, obtaining all the little bits and bobs, some here out in the room, some are still a secret I'll tell you about later. I got married, that's a new update. I built the arch and everything to that. Some cool little pictures I'll show you there before and after. I've been doing some woodworking projects, like I try to bring to the channel a few every year. I built like a behind the couch shelf you could see here with like little plug organizers and cup holders all along it. It's over 11 feet long, pretty massive, pretty fun project. I did a storage tote thing out in my garage, kind of going on social media, those black and yellow Costco things you could see. The garage is quite a mess, as you can see here. Finally getting around to improving everything, but you could see that guy. My little organizer here, still not organized at all. I got a lot of things I need to hang and further organization to do since I've built this, but you'll see in the wardrobe I'm about to talk about, I will be doing some pretty cool stuff with this Wen track saw here. This is normal 7 1/4 size, very nice. And the plywood, I'll be making a wardrobe. I'll be talking about that next. As you can see, I'm still missing 2 of the Costco bins here, but one of the most important things is I put some 3.5-inch casters on it, on all 4 corners. So this way I could always roll it out of the garage if I need to, and I could put something big in here and do a job. Engine job, whatever it may be. Main reason for me modifying the design is I wanted these 2 shelves here. I really wanted this flat storage space. Gives me tons of space. Mine's 32 deep. I think it's 69 long. And it's about 50 it's 50 high because the legs are 48. So really happy with how this came out. The one thing I probably will add later on after I'm done doing all this garage stuff is a diagonal brace. And other than that, super happy with it. Need to organize it. But great little unit. I added some little hardware stuff over there. A little Harbor Freight light. Need to work on this toolbox badly. This is, I kicked one toolbox that was over here out of the way, over here. And now everything is just kind of piled up on it, which needs to go. So I'll probably be making a big hutch and all kinds of things out of that. I also have a wardrobe I'm going to be making to fit like this little square nook in our closet because there's literally no space and we're renting. So I want something I could take with me, but will still be nice. Maybe you could copy it for your shop or garage or whatever, you know. But just cool little DIY stuff like that I want to keep adding to the channel. We're slowly growing. I'm super close to 2,000 subscribers. I want to thank all you guys for all your views, your likes, and your comments. I'm always in there. If I'm not doing a video, I'm definitely always in there commenting, replying right back to you guys. So always cool chatting with you in there. But yeah, that's pretty much the scope of my work here. You can see is quite large. I have a whole bunch of parts and wheels underneath here as well. Like build outs, I guess you would call them. Kind of like this guy for the Schwinn here. Got a whole bunch of goodies in here for that. And I don't think I'm waiting too much longer for anything else to be coming. I think the carbon fork, I just bought that today. And one for the Cannondale, hopefully we'll have by Tuesday. So it is now Saturday while I'm filming this. Hope to have this out by Sunday. So I'll keep it on going with the film and all of that. And you guys just keep watching and liking. I really appreciate that. I think the next thing I'm going to do, though, is this Trek 1000 because I have absolutely everything ready for that. And then probably the Cannondale. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the woodworking. I know it's not everybody's favorite thing, but organization is becoming key as I'm getting bigger in the channel. And I don't have a bigger space. Need to make more space. So the bikes, we got to make some space because some of them have to get done and gone. I have this old school Nishiki Century. This project's been like a year and a half old now. This is pretty much the same Dick's Nishiki I had before, 8-speed. This one came with Sora because it's older instead of the Claris new ones that they have now. And unfortunately, you can see on this side here, we busted on the chainstay. Somebody did. I don't know who did. When I actually bought it, there was a sticker and I checked underneath and you could see it. They were trying to hide it, but whatever. It's still good for parts. All of it is all taken apart and is actually going to be going on this Cannondale setup I have here. Pretty much one of my first real in-depth builds I think I put on YouTube. I did a black and pink one. Pretty good little series I did on this exact frame where the dropouts are kind of horizontal and further back behind the stays. Kind of a controversial setup, but I'm going to do a really nice, fun budget redo on this. One of the big holdups on this one was, here it is, I'm just looking for this bag. These little bits that go on top of the frame, once these are missing, it kind of makes the frame worthless, essentially. These are impossible to find. Luckily, over the past few years, people 3D print these, and I found some white ones that will match it awesome. Just a touch of super glue on there. And yeah, we'll be off to the races with that whole frame. I have a pretty cool Trek 1000 here. I love to do budget bikes. This is going to be a really fun rebuild as well. Let's see. Behind me, I have probably, strangely enough, I do giant OCRs all the time because they're such good budget bikes. You can see this is a OCR 3 here. This is almost actually same thing as the Nishiki had. This is just your Sora 8x3. Really good, solid entry-level stuff. But no front wheel. The whole entire, I don't even know if the freewheel's clogged up or what, but the chain is so badly rusted up, you have to actually cut it off. It's a pretty big mess, so this thing was abandoned a long time ago, you could tell, and we're going to bring it back to life, though. It's going to be a fun project for sure. Lastly, for this area, I have a KHS over here. Unfortunately, seat post is stuck in that aluminum seat post steel frame, so maybe I could pull it out. Maybe I have to chemically take it out. That's going to be a project, too. Unfortunately, you can see here, I'm slowly getting into just basically gutting it as it's been sitting because the seat post is not going to be that fun. And I have a habit of robbing Peter to pay Paul when I build these bikes. So I guess this will be stripped down and I'll have to find some fun 9-speed stuff for that. It actually came with full Tiagra with 105 brakes and a carbon fork. So I paid $40 for that. So really whatever happens with it, it'll be an excellent project. Steel frame as well. Hopefully it'll be my size. I'd like to try to put wide tires on it. You can see I have even more here and here. Back by popular demand, of course. We're going to do the Kronos Part 2. In this video, I talk about how good the triple-butted steel frame is and how I might be doing a whole rebuild to it because I really like the frame. I ended up not being able to help myself, and yeah, going to have to go over all the goodies that we did here because it came out really good. Super pleased with this. Kind of between this and the KHS on which one I'm going to keep as far as steel frames, but this is definitely up there on my tier list for everyday ride, budget build, high quality steel. Let's keep moving. And this is a very old school Schwinn premise, 6x2 Suntour, color matching brakes and components, levers, all of that. Very cool, very nice. Got some very surprising plans for this. I got a carbon fork coming for $25, so gonna have to do some fun stuff here. This guy here ended up being an accidental long-term project. I've had this for well over a year as well. I started rebuilding this and I realized that you can take a peek here. The right side of this fork is flared out. It's pretty badly bent. So I went on a long search trying to spend as little money as possible to basically get what we have here is a nicer, higher end, much lighter road fork. Had to tap it pretty further down to make it a little bit better on the fit. Cut the top remaining off there. Headset's all done. We have a lot of it done. Cabling done. The big problem is I'm not happy at all with the shifters. This is Suntour VX. This is a very low-end Cyclone stuff we have for the front derailleur, the shifters. I believe the crank as well. This is SS. Oh, no. This is actually Sakai SX. So everything, the rear derailleur and besides the brakes, is this Suntour stuff, and it doesn't shift great. So I'm going to do something completely different. A clunker rebuild, if you will. Moving on to the next one. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, is this R300 Cannondale. This thing is pretty sweet. Got this from the original owner. It's actually dark green. It's probably hard to tell in here. Very nice, clean frame. I'm looking for a carbon fork for this. It's the only real holdup. Actually did a R300 just like this not long ago. This is a CAD 3, though. One of the most durable frames. I did a CAD 3 Silk Road you should check out, actually. Pretty much literally indestructible, if you ask me. We will do a lot of things to this coming up. I think I'm going to gut the whole thing as soon as that fork comes in. So another fun rebuild. And just like that, it is time to end this video and start anew. We have almost all the bikes out of the way and cleaned up. We have this Trek 1000 ready to go with its whole little build sheet ready to rock. Got some pretty sweet new pedals. Got a bunch of color accented stuff like the blue brake cable, gray silver shift cable, little maraca cables. Now these are colored cable ends. Gonna put a bunch of orange ones on there, really kind of bring out the bling, bring out the funk, as I would say. Love to pay tribute to these really funky kind of bikes. Got some kind of carbon spacers. We got all kinds of fun stuff coming up. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. You have a good day. Bye now. If you want to support the channel, please do. You can find us over at Patreon. You can also find us on YouTube memberships, where we have 2 different types, and you can support us there. I'd greatly appreciate it if you did. Thanks.